What is up, guys? Welcome to a very special episode of the Bass Lane. I cannot thank you enough just for all the support we've got for this. I just can't thank you enough. The shares and likes and just the support overall for this special podcast we have tonight has been incredible. Um, Tonight, if you haven't seen the posts already, I'm not sure how you couldn't. It's been shared around like crazy, and again, I just can't thank you guys enough for that. Tonight we have a auction. It's a benefit auction to benefit a high school angler who had some graphs stolen off of his boat this past weekend at Percy Priest. Very unfortunate. It sadly happens more than you would think and more that we would hope. But Camden Cranfield had a couple graphs, nice graphs, 12-inch graphs stole off of his boat this past weekend at Percy Priest at a Tennessee Bass Nation state tournament. So just show some love and show some support to Camden. We've put together this benefit auction to try to raise some money so he can replace those graphs on his boat that he worked so hard for the money to pay for. So we've had a little bit of a technical difficulty with how you're going to bid on each item. So what we were going to do originally was I was going to have each item listed in the comments of this live, but for whatever reason, Facebook isn't letting me do that right now. So if you're wanting to bid on an item, make sure you list it in your comment. So if you're wanting to say, go with Logan Parks, say your amount that you're wanting to bid and then put Logan Parks trip. So I know what you're bidding on. And after this live, I'll actually go back and make a separate post with each item and the details on that so you can, so we can be super for sure on what you're bidding on. So I am sorry about that. I'm not sure why Facebook is doing that to us, but we'll roll on with the show. We have some of our special guests on here. We've got quite a few, and some that are going to be joining us later tonight that are actually stuck in some traffic right now. But welcome to the show, Walker LaRue and Joe Valton. What's going on, guys?
So,
Man, that was an awesome intro right there. But so these guys right here are some hammers. They are actually offering a trip on Lake Douglas to benefit Camden and to try to raise some money. So, guys, tell us a little bit about Douglas. Like, what is there to what are we offering here?
Basically, if you just want to bid
Just
on a
give us a
trip from
brief
like,
rundown.
like if you've been on a trip from like May to towards like the end of July, we can just deep fish the whole time, just catch a bunch, catch as many as you want. Not many big fish, but you can catch as many as you want.
What about wintertime fishing on Douglas? Is that a good time to go?
Yeah, you can catch a lot on in the winter, bigger ones usually, but it's summer's a whole lot more fun. You can catch like 50 a day.
50 a day.
Yeah, if it's a good day, it's a really good.
if you like to reel in a crankbait, summertime is definitely the best time to go.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to offshore
sure.
fish too. If you want to learn how to offshore fish and graph and stuff like that, Douglas is the place to be.
So definitely some deep fishing going on.
Oh yeah, that's all you do.
There is the ad that I was actually going to post in the comments, but Facebook isn't letting me do that. So we'll just leave that up on the screen for a minute. Guys, tell us about some of your accomplishments. Tell us about some tournament accolades. What are you holding in that picture on the left right there?
You go, Walker. Let them know.
The trophy in the middle with the blue, it's the trophy from like throughout the whole year of the state trail. We came out on top, so we stayed the most consistent throughout the trail. So that was a pretty big accomplishment, and it ended out on Douglas, which you'll be going on a trip with us then, which we did pretty good there. I think we got fourth, on the state championship, which Presley won. So congrats to him on that. But yeah,
Thank you. Tell us what you say you got fourth on Douglas.
yeah, I think. Is that what we got, Joe?
Yeah, it was fourth.
Fourth place on Douglas in a state championship with some of the best hammers in the state.
Yep.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yep.
So, and not only have these guys have super good finishes just on Douglas, but anywhere around the country, Lake Hartwell, Lay Lake. What are some other lakes that you guys have traveled to and done good at?
We've traveled Cumberland River. We did good there. We all the Tennessee River Lakes. We had fourth place finished at the World Finals and sixth in the national championship there. And we've had two like top 10% finishes in the national championship on Hartwell. We qualified for the national championship 9 times. So
9 times.
yeah,
That's a lot of times to qualify for a national championship. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
We've done pretty good here lately in the past 2 years on the spot lakes in Alabama. Alabama might be our thing because we placed in the top. Is it top 10? The past time we in the opens.
Yeah, every time we fished Alabama, we top 10.
It might
Top
be our
10.
state. I don't know.
Yeah. It might be. You might just have to go back to Bama. Might be the deal. Might be the deal.
You're putting Natty there.
Oh yeah. Oh, we need to.
We got third at Smith Lake last year. We did pretty good there at Spotted Bass Lake.
That was a heartbreaker though, honestly.
Second on Gunnersville with 19 pounds too.
Why was Lay Lake a heartbreaker?
Because Smith, we got third. We got knocked out of second. The last person to weigh in, and that would have been the classic on Loud, my home lake.
Weigh in England.
Yeah,
that's definitely a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it definitely sucks, but not much you can do about it.
Yeah, it happens. Those guys can catch them.
Yeah.
But so these guys are going to be offering a trip on Lake Douglas to the highest bidder too. And remember, guys, this isn't just for y'all's benefit, but this is supporting a high school angler who got his graph stolen off of his boat in the middle of the day too. So the story behind that is Camden Cranfield and Hayden Barnett were fishing the state tournament we had on Percy Priest this past weekend, and they were fishing out of Hayden's boat during the tournament, and they blew a hydraulic line. So they talked to Jake. They were going to go back to the ramp. They got Camden's boat cleared to make sure they could go out. Of course, didn't have any fish in their live well. They were just going to swap boats so they could continue the day and go about their tournament day. Of course, so they could have a big motor and all that good stuff. But when they got back to the ramp and they noticed that Camden's boat had some grass missing on it. So that's a picture of the gimbal mount all bent up and ripped off. And they actually, whoever stole it, just didn't even unplug them. They just chopped the wires up right off the graph. And it's terrible. I mean, there's another picture right there. And it's just crazy. Right in the middle of the day, too. Two 12-inch graphs right off his boat. So it's pretty terrible what happened, actually. But we'll go ahead and get my partner, Trevor, on here, and we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to offer. What's up, Trevor? You're muted.
My bad.
There you go. He's tech savvy.
Yeah.
So, Trevor, what are we offering the people today?
Well, we're offering our own guided trip, or I guess you could call it a guided trip. Just, going out with us. We could do 2 separate boats or go in the 2 rivers rig. Just any lake you decide in Middle Tennessee or really any part of Tennessee.
Yeah, so, we'll travel. We'll come to you. Any lake you want to go to, we will take you there. We'll try to share some knowledge on what we know. Definitely not calling ourselves pros or anything, but we might can teach you a thing or two. And if you're a junior team, if you're Tennessee Bass Nation Junior, again, not tooting our own horn here, but we would love to go out and teach you what we know. I mean, I know Trevor definitely knows more than me. He's a hammer, but we would love to take you out and show you some stuff.
Yeah, definitely encourage the younger kids to come out just to, get them even more invested in this sport because it's a dang good sport.
Absolutely. Blaney, Trevor's really impressed with your hat you got on there.
Oh yeah, always got support.
Always. So we can go ahead and talk about some other items that we're going to be raffling off. Ron Holt with Cedar Hill Metalworks was kind enough to auction a set of his custom boat steps that he makes, $425 value, custom made for your boat. So that right there is actually my boat, a ZXR 21. So it's custom fitted for that boat in particular. He can make them for literally any boat, whatever you want. He can make it for So if you would like these steps, make sure you put in the comments that you want the custom steps and then the amount that you're bidding on that. I think you might have to fight Joe for those because he's been eyeballing them before the podcast. So if you want those, make sure you put it in the comments. Another item, well, I guess not really an item, but another thing that we'll be auctioning off is a full day trip with Elite Series angler Logan Parks on Lake Martin in Alabama. This guy just qualified for the Bassmaster Elite Series through the Bassmaster Opens. He was actually our first guest on the podcast. So again, another little special thing there. But he should be joining us later tonight. Last time I talked to him, he was stuck in some traffic, but hopefully he'll be able to join us. So again, if you're wanting to place a bid on that, put it in the comments and make sure you put that what you're bidding on. The next item is provided by Mid South Bass Guide Jake Davis, a two-person full-day fishing guide trip on Thames Ford. As you can see in the pictures there, this guy knows where they're at. Not only not only is he a good fisherman, but he also runs some of the tournaments here in Tennessee for Bass Nation. So if you're wanting, and that's I believe a $350 guided trip. If you were to pay the full price there, without it being auctioned off. Two people on a full day trip with the best bass guide on Thames Ford Lake, Jake Davis. The next item is, and our last one, is a full day of fishing with Bassmaster Opens Pro and Carson Newman fishing coach, Hunter Sales on Cherokee Lake. This guy is the coach of the Carson Newman fishing team. He has had much success as a coach, coaching his team up through the college circuits, and he's just a great guy. We're super thankful for all of these people that have pitched in to support Camden and try to get these graphs replaced. We really can't thank you enough. But as you can see there in the pictures, this guy can catch them. Got some magnum spots in there and a big old largemouth throwing up the Carson Newman lead signal. I'm not even sure what it's called, but if you're wanting that, make sure you put in the comments again. I feel like I've said it 100 times, but make sure you put what you're bidding on. So that's our final item there. But we're actually going to go ahead. Trevor, where'd Craig go?
I don't know.
Oh, there he
I guess
is.
he doesn't want to be here, but
No, I'm good.
He's back. All right, and we're going to throw in my dad. Also, he calls himself
Double L.
the legend.
the man.
What's up, guys?
the
What's
legend.
up? the real money maker right here, boys.
That's him. That's him.
Hey, Teddy Baird's already offered $1,000. He's already offered $1,000 just for me to take this off and fish with me. So I don't know, Teddy.
I'd be down to bet on that too.
I think somebody might offer more than that. Teddy wants me to go out, nothing fishing related. He wants me to teach him how to drive the boat. So
Man,
I passed him a time or two. So
that's one way to get a bid going right there.
Hey, just so you know, I don't know if you've seen the comments yet, but dude, I've already bid 200. Like, dude, y'all suckers don't teach me anything. You know, I'm going out with Elite Series Pro. I can't pass that up. I'm sorry.
Do you see Teddy Baird?
Go.
Now, what's Teddy Baird doing?
Teddy Baird said he wants to go out with Lance and Presley, so make Trevor watch all day. So I just donate. I said I'll donate another $200 to make Trevor suffer all day and not fish. So I'm all good. Teddy's got to put that bid in.
Heck yeah!
Make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, so now, boys. Hey, everybody on here that's reached out. I mean, Presley and Trevor first. Just so everybody knows, they first brought it up about wanting to do something, and you know, man, it's just awesome that all these guys. What I love about bass fishing, man, all these guys are fierce competitors on the water. You know, they all go hard. They all want to hoist up that first place trophy every Saturday. But man, these guys never bat an eye when it comes to helping a friend and a competitor. And man, I'm all on board to try to help. And we don't really even know Camden that well. We've talked to him, a few times, but man, I've heard nothing but great things about him. And Walker, your dad was the one telling me about it. Him working hard, cutting grass, and buying his own boat and electronics and stuff. And man, I tell you, we live in a crazy world, boys. I mean, y'all know we were just at the tournament this weekend, and there was a tragedy. Thank goodness no death. But, a shooting there across from the lake, and
Yep.
the way I see it is, we live in a crazy world, and we need to support each other. And you guys are part of a great bunch of young anglers that stick together, and man, it's just awesome to see everybody come together to try to help a friend and a competitor. So kudos to all you guys. Kudos to Jake Davis and Logan Parks. And man, I've had people I know reach out to me the last couple of days wanting to help, and man, it's just awesome. But we got to do whatever it takes to help Camden get some grass back on his boat and get out on the water, because he's an absolute hammer. Man, he's him and Hayden. They're two of the kids that we're always looking at when we come up to the tanks, seeing if they got them. So they're good at what they do. They're good kids. They're good competitors, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to get them back going. So I got tournaments coming up. We still got a busy fall season, and we're gonna get this done. So appreciate everybody watching. My part, appreciate everybody watching and donating tonight.
Absolutely. Another thing too, just adding on to that. I know Camden's dad has his own boat. It's a Phoenix, and then Camden has a Bullet. But every time me and Trevor are out there practicing, I always see Camden out there too. I know. See, Trevor's grinning. I know he knows what we're talking about. But so I mean, he puts in the work. So I just can't thank you guys enough for pitching in and helping. Oh man, Travis comment. It's on. And again, if you just want to help, even if you're not wanting to bid on anything, if nothing catches your eye, and you just want to donate a little bit of money to help, I just posted my Venmo in the comment section. If you just wanted to put something on there just for a little bit of help, I'm not forcing you to or telling you to, but if you just wanted to, we'll go ahead and give a little update on some of the bids. Tyler White on the steps, $200. David Lowry's begging some of us to take him to the Cumberland River. Wayne Rose has $150 with Hunter Sales. Bruce Smith said, I would love to donate a set of E-locks for the young man's grass. We all travel too much fishing tournaments not to have some. So if you don't know what that is, an E-lock is a Durasafe. It's made by Durasafe. It's a little lock that goes in the end of your graph to keep it where you can't unscrew them out. So Bruce, thank you so much. Those are they're not bulletproof, but they'll definitely slow somebody down.
That's awesome, Bruce, man. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Those aren't cheap either. Those are pricey.
No, they're definitely pricey, but worth the money.
Yeah,
no, you got a $3,000 graph sitting there, $100 set of locks.
Yeah.
Kurt Holbert said $200 for Hunter Sales. Man, Hunter Sales is a popular one tonight.
It's a good one.
$250 for Coach Sales.
Ooh.
Oh man,
Lindsey Woods Bailey.
And I know you guys were gonna talk about it, but like, if there's any juniors on here or juniors' parents, I mean, like Presley and these boys said, they're not pros by any means, but I think all these guys will tell you, they fish with a lot of different people as they've been coming up, and it has nothing to do with anybody knowing more than the other. Just fishing with other people, you always pick up on a little technique, when you fish with someone else. And, I know Presley, like if I would have had this opportunity to fish with like Walker and Joe, or even Presley and Trevor, when they were juniors just getting started in this, man, I'd have jumped all over it, because man, it's a game changer when you go out and learn from other people. And, it doesn't matter. I learned at a young age, it doesn't matter what you're doing, if it's fishing or, learn how to work on a race car or whatever, or in the excavating business like myself, you surround yourself with people smarter than you and have more knowledge than you, and then you learn from them. So I would have given anything if I could have gotten the boys with some high school anglers early on. I mean, it's no different than like what Logan's doing, with the college and high school Fishing Chaos tournament, which is really going to be awesome. And Presley, I know you're looking forward to going down there and fishing with a college guy. So, this is no different. It'd be an awesome opportunity for some juniors. And Presley, didn't you say y'all would be willing to split up boats? So, like, if one junior, let's just say a junior team bid on you, or Joe and Walker,
Yep.
And Trevor, one dad and one junior could go with one of you half the day. The other dad, junior, could go the other half of the day. Then half the day through, y'all could swap up. So
we could.
so
Yeah,
each good
could
could
for sure
fish with
do
each
that.
angler.
No doubt.
And what
We could
type
absolutely do
what type like Walker, Joe, what type stuff would you be doing with these whoever, I'm gonna say kids, but just whoever wants to bid on a trip, go fishing with you guys? What you gonna teach them? Just fishing? We talking techniques?
Probably graphs, honestly, like whatever they want to learn. But I'd say a lot of them probably want to learn how to use live scope. If they're juniors, like coming up, that I'm sure they're not really experienced with live scope. I'm sure they'd like to learn how to use that in a good way. And then honestly, just catch some fish.
Yeah. Also, if you want to learn how to long line, Douglas is the place to learn to do it. It's where it's invented. It's legal in in the BASS tournaments, but MLF and everything, it's legal. If you just want to get bit out deep, learn how to fish out deep, learn how to set up on the points and stuff like that, Douglas is the place to be.
What about like is Presley Trevor is like snacks included in the trip?
Yeah, you just so you'll just have to get with us before. We'll you send us a list and we'll go to Publix or Kroger or wherever's closest, and we'll get some snacks set up. My mom's actually phenomenal. She can make a mean turkey and cheese. I know Trevor knows that too. But
Casey can too. Don't get it twisted. Casey makes.
Oh man, is he like a 5-star sandwich chef?
No, Walker's not. Walker's mom is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, Walker's mom is.
Yeah.
Them sandwiches are something different midway through the tournament.
Especially if you're not catching them. That's
especially. Yeah. So that half the time they're really good or most of the time they're really good for us because
Walker usually eats this for breakfast though. If you want to know the truth,
man,
it's because we always stay on like a floating house. We don't ever get to go to the gas station.
That's true. That's true. We always have our sandwiches ate by like 9 or 10.
Presley
every time, so we always make 2.
Trevor, Presley, I hate to tell y'all, but y'all's performance on Priest. I know y'all didn't want to bring up Priest, right? But I feel like your performance is showing. I mean, y'all are only up to $150. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I feel like you can't really judge somebody by one. You got to look at the average. Like I feel like that's a little punch in the face for my dad there. But
did you tell everybody like you would be willing to take them somewhere but Priest? Like
yeah, we can go. Priest isn't even an option right now. We'll do anywhere but there.
Yeah, I would go to Priest.
Yeah, no good.
I'll pay for you to take me to Del Holla because I still haven't got the fish up there yet.
We'll go. We can do that.
Mm-hmm. I'll put the bid in.
That'd be a good one.
Heck yeah.
We'll go ahead and give a little update here on some bids. Lindsay Woods Bailey is leading with Hunter Sales for $250. John Nelson, sitting at $150 for me and Trevor. Roane County High School, $220 for the Cedar Hill Motorworks steps. Kelly Barnett, you'll have to throw in a couple extra dollars because Roane County commented first. Tyler White is sitting in the lead with Jake Davis for $200. Wayne Rose, $150 for me and Trevor. Jody Lassiter, $220 for Logan Parks. Tara Moore with $250 for Walker and Joe.
Craig just freaking lowballed y'all. That's garbage, man.
Working it up.
Oh,
bid war, and you get it higher.
I feel like Sarge is trying to get something for nothing. All right, if the 200 sticks, there's no boat snacks.
No boat snacks included.
No.
No boat snacks included. Also, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. If you're wanting to place a bid, make sure you do it on the Facebook page. That's where all the bids are going to be being placed. So I don't think anybody did, but if you're on YouTube and you placed a bid, make sure you get on the Facebook page and place that. It's just the Bass Lane on Facebook. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before. But oh, see, Dad, we're worth a little more than that. We got 210 for me and Trevor now.
Oh shoot! Well, hey, Ty Trenum brought up a valid point. Like, is this bass fishing only, or will y'all do any hybrid fishing?
I'll take a bobber and a worm out. We'll go catch some bluegill.
Yeah, well,
we can do that on Priest. We go crappie fish on Priest.
Yeah.
No bass though.
Good place to do it. Old Hickory too is good on crappie fishing.
I got you, Double L.
We can go crappie fishing on Douglas too. I mean, I got some of Hayden Gaddis's juice.
Yeah, we got some sneak piles.
Now you're talking stars.
Yeah, hey, if y'all bid 1,000, I'll give away all Hayden Gaddis's sneaky holes. Just like that.
Ooh. Man,
good stuff.
Somebody.
I'd say he's pretty mad if he's watching right now.
Yeah, he is.
Easy now.
Easy.
You know, I'm really surprised, Presley. I'm surprised Laney's not even made a bid after that fresh haircut he got today.
I know, right? That really, yeah. That's okay though. It's okay. Right now we're going out with Beth Kent. So,
hey, and just for the record, I mean, this is for Camden, right? So, like, all jokes aside, like, this is for Camden.
Yeah.
So, like, this is like legit, right? I mean, y'all holding anything back? If somebody's willing to step up and buy a trip, y'all holding anything back, or
no?
Y'all
all the juice,
everything you know.
All the juice,
and all of it.
All the juice.
If
you're willing, all jokes aside, if you're willing to donate some money to get Camden's grass replaced, I would. No, you're getting all the juice. It might not be great, but if I know whatever I know, I'd tell you. No doubt.
There's no more sneakies on Douglas. I mean, everybody's got the juice.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Well, like I say,
there must be a sneaky because Trevor and Presley just started laughing when he said that.
I'm reading the comments.
Must be a
look at Ty
Trenum's comment. 22 cents for Joe.
Right. New bidder. 275. We're getting up there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Golly.
Somebody better. Don't hurt my feelings like that. Y'all better. Somebody better. I just want to get bidded on higher than Walker and Joe does.
Hey,
I feel like we can do it, guys. We can do it.
Hey, our buddy Tony just brought up a valid point, man. Like, what about Camden, man? Like
dropping at 840 on the scales.
Dude,
by the way, the only reason he caught that fish is because he was wearing a Bigs Only hat. He didn't wear it to weigh in, but while he was fishing, he was wearing a Bigs Only hat. That's why.
So what's Bigs Only, Joe?
It's my brand. And if you bid, I'll give you some free merch.
Free merch comes with the trip.
Yeah. Free Bigs Only merch.
2 free hats and 2 shirts. So, I mean, you're getting the bang for your buck. That's for sure.
Hey, but like seriously, like, again, man, that ought to say something about this kid y'all are trying to help. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean kid, Camden. Don't be mad at me, but young man. This ought to say something about this young man. I mean, to have a day like he did, man. I mean, you guys just think, man. All of us remember what it was like to work so hard, cutting grass, building fence, whatever we all did when we were young. You know, picking up rocks to make a buck. I mean, this dude has worked so dang hard, right? And just imagine. I mean, thank the Lord I never had that happen. But man, to have I've had stuff stolen from me, like as an adult. And dude, it's just such a, you just feel so hurt and betrayed, you know, that anybody would take something from you. It's a horrible, horrible feeling, man. And I'm gonna try to get choked up here, but like that ought to say something. I mean, that's how passionate this young man is about fishing. You know, to have something like that, so gut wrenching happen to you, and to feel so hurt and betrayed by another human being that, you know, he still drove all the way home, after being up at, 3 o'clock in the morning, got his stuff stole, was on the water the very next day, out there fishing his butt off, and ended up, getting big fish of a really, really huge tournament. So, I mean, that just tells you what kind of guy that these boys are trying to help. And he's an awesome young man. And so anyway, I just thought that really stuck out to me that he was able to get right back out there. That's how determined he is. And I don't know about you guys watching, but again, these young people need our help, right? I mean, look at the youth of today. Like, I own a business. I know what type people are out in the world and in the workforce, and to see a young man out there working his butt off the way he is, like, dadgum, I'm gonna help him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever I can to help him. So just think about that as you're watching here tonight. Any of these great things. Again, man, cool thing is the boys are not just asking for money, right? These boys are taking their hard-earned money to buy gas and food and take time, a whole day, to take people out and invest their time and knowledge in someone else is really, really super cool. And it's a good investment. They're not just asking for money for Camden. They're giving all the money to Camden, but they're not just asking for money. They're asking, they're donating their time and resources, which is a great value for you if you're willing to invest and get out on the water, to help Camden. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody, right? So I think this is super cool, and can't wait to see how much we can raise.
So far, so good. We're doing good. I seriously, it's really incredible. I'm amazed.
And he really just didn't get his graph stole. He got his wires cut. His whole his brackets are messed up.
Yeah, here we'll throw the
graphs either.
Yeah, we'll throw the picture up there
again.
Yeah,
there's the mount all been up too.
I'd consider it for the waypoints. I'd consider stealing them too.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Tony Presley knows Camden a little bit. He might. He said he'd donate some money to shave his head.
Yeah. I'll donate some money to see him shave his head.
Yeah,
hey man, you got to give it to him. Like, dude, that takes some hair.
That's determination to get it.
Like, you know how many girls would give anything to have the blonde hair that dude has?
That's true.
I'd say it would cost more for the haircut than the grass. I guarantee you. He'd
burn up some hair clippers with that hair.
Oh, that dude's got some flow.
He's got the flow. I'm trying to get this picture pulled up from the tournament that he did get at this past weekend.
Yeah. Hey, David brought up David Lowry. Did you see his post? His thing? Challenge everybody, donate $10, man. That's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah, no doubt. Sorry, I was trying to get this picture posted up there. For those of you that don't know, David's son they have a skeeter, and they had their boat basically stripped off. Everything got taken off the boat, so he definitely knows. Both of them definitely know what it's like to have all that happen. So he's challenging every dad to give at least $10 to help out Camden. Thank you for the comment, David.
Hey, that's awesome too, man. Hey, let's talk about Wesley Kent and his partner with a big win this weekend.
Oh my goodness!
He just posted he's on his mom's account, but looked like he was bidding on some stuff earlier, man. That's awesome to see everybody trying to help Camden, man.
A mega bag on Priest.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, for this time of year, that is a dang good bag.
I didn't see that much weight in every day of practice out there. Like, no lie.
Yeah. When I heard there was 17 weighed in, I thought maybe like 11 or 12 pounds might win.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would
I thought if you had 5 fish, no doubt top 3.
Oh yeah.
But I guess not.
Man, to all the boys that caught them this weekend, boys, girls.
Good job.
Man, good job. I mean,
great job.
Hey, I can tell y'all, Craig can tell y'all, these boys, Trevor and Presley, I don't know how many days Walker and Trevor down there. I mean, Presley and Trevor were down there a lot, like more than I want to admit. I mean, a lot.
You got that right.
And they didn't figure them out, man. So like, if you went down to Priest this weekend, figure them out. I mean, golly, kudos to you.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
y'all. I can tell you this: if you caught one fish, you figured out something 95 other teams didn't.
Yeah.
So, it was a grind. But
here's a picture of Camden from the Bill Dance. That's actually him with Bill Dance with the big fish.
Yeah.
So there's actually his crazy hair there that we're trying to.
I bet Joe wishes he got that trophy right there.
That's a big old trophy.
That trophy right there is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it is.
Didn't he win he won the Southeast too, right? A couple weeks before.
Yeah.
On Chick
2 weeks ago. Him and Hayden had like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
And that fish was half that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
More than half that.
Jeez. We'll throw some more comments up here. Thank you, Ben. Ben's donating $10, taking up David's challenge.
Heck yeah, man! That's awesome, man. Ben's a good.
Those of you that don't know, Ben graduated last year, but Ben smoked them all year. I mean, that dude killed it.
Yeah.
I wish he should have kept on fishing in college. That would have been some competition. But Ben's continuing his studies at Cumberland.
Did you see Kingston's donation?
Yes, I'm looking through the comments right now. There's so many, it's crazy. Matt Robertson.
$275 for Trevor. No.
Man. Yeah, we've got Carter Hazlitt and Wesley.
We got a 300.
Mandy Duke 300 for the Bigs Only duo.
Right.
Hey, Brian Brinson just asked Presley, how do they go about donating if they're not bidding? Can you tell everybody?
I'll post it again in the comments, but I'm putting my Venmo. You can just Venmo me, and I'll get that over to Camden. There it is in the comments right there.
Yeah, and they always just private message you, right? Work
it
out.
Yeah. If y'all have any questions, if you need to know anything that I might have missed or you just didn't hear it, just shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Sorry, and I'll reply as fast as I can. Jessica Smith 325. Y'all are Bigs Only now. Y'all aren't Walker and Joe.
All right, y'all done messed up. I'm on the comments now. Frank Atkins, don't be slipping in here thinking you're not gonna donate something, bro. I know you got Atkins excavating got deep pockets, son.
Oh yeah.
Look at Torn Outdoors, dude.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Man, Bigs Only is on fire.
Sure are.
Camden's gonna be able to buy the new live scope.
Yeah, he is. We need to make that happen.
Heck yeah. That's awesome, man. Keep it going, boys. Hey, so we were gonna talk a little bit about the road crew. I mean, this we got Walker and
it seems like
we can all talk, about life on the road, right? So
yeah.
So
sure.
Man, it's been a pretty good. I know Walker and Joe, y'all been on a pretty good run. I know Presley and Trevor's been on a pretty good run, man. We all been so dang blessed, and man, it's just awesome to be able to do this. I mean, I tell people all the time, man, like it's just such a blessing to be able to travel, with the kids, and like a lot of people don't see stuff like all the behind the scene things that go on, like Craig, man, he'll tell you, like me and him be talking, all week long and making plans and hotels and who's taking what boat, who's dragging campers, and man, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, man. But like, golly, I know, like, I mean, so we actually have a text called Fishing Fam, and it's the Sanfords and the Lannom. So
who's getting snacks? Who's getting groceries?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've got one like that, but it's called Big's Only Support Staff.
That's
Oh,
right.
like
That's right.
I dig it.
That's what
I
we
dig it.
need.
We need that.
We
We don't have a
support
cool
staff.
name though. We don't. Me and Trevor don't have a cool name.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Trevor's
Not
name.
yet.
His name's Scuba Steve. Because he went swimming for a rod.
There's a
But
good story.
But the double L's point, it's just like family. I mean, we got our own family. I travel with me and Trevor and Lance and P, and then we got Tyler and my little one Grayson fishes with Knox. So I mean, it's just the whole family atmosphere of it. And then
Yeah, it is.
once you get there, and it ain't just a family with what we got. Watching y'all boys after a tournament, whether you had a good day, a bad day, or a mediocre day, you, Joe, Walker, or whoever else, y'all just sitting around. It's like just a bigger extended family.
Yeah, no doubt. And we
That's
meet
the
so
fun
much.
part
Like,
to sit back and watch.
yeah, and like, I mean, if it wasn't for fishing, I probably wouldn't know Walker and Joe. Like, I mean, you meet so many people, and
All of them seem to be good people too. There's not really that many bad people in fishing.
yeah, you don't. There's not many bad ones in fishing.
There's a couple.
Only bad that comes with people in fishing is just secretive. A lot of people are secretive in the fishing community.
Way too many.
Yeah. I mean, it just kind of comes.
But I
with
mean,
territory.
yeah,
It is. I feel like it's okay though. Like in
that's just part of it. I mean,
yeah,
I
that's just
mean,
kind of like the atmosphere. Like that just kind of like the stereotype comes with the job.
I mean, let's just clear the air. I mean, Sarge. So if anybody, all y'all that don't know, we call Craig Sarge. I don't even know where that came from.
I don't remember where it came
It
from.
was it came up from because he's the assistant coach. We call him Sergeant. Sarge.
Oh yeah,
for short.
Oh yeah,
He's the
assistant
boss.
coach Sarge. That's right.
yeah. Kurt talking about sandbagging, like
No, we're not talking about that right now.
I just want to clear the air. I mean, Sarge, I need you to verify in front of all the people. We keep it like fair and equal. We even sandbag you, right?
Yes, 100%.
I can't tell the last time we've told the truth to him.
Yeah.
So
this whole weekend when I'm getting the updates from you, it's like I never got an updates. I don't believe any of it. And then I walk over to the live one. I'm like, you actually told the truth this week.
Yeah,
we were told at the Southeast y'all had 6 pounds. Yeah, we got like 6 or 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Had like, what was it, 11 pounds or something? I'm like, that's like,
that's
the worst. It wasn't that much. It wasn't that much.
Now I can tell you,
it was close. I think it was.
10, but 6 or 7 pounds, that's just like going out of your way to lie.
No,
Yeah.
that was a
That's the same thing you did. Jacob Wheeler tournament.
Yeah, sandbag. Kelly Barnett's pretty bad about it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Kelly's
just the worst
about it.
sandbagger of all time. If you don't know.
Oh yeah.
His middle
just
name
so
is
everybody knows,
Sandbagger.
like I got most of my sandbagging abilities from Kelly Barnett.
We lost you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Sorry, Grant. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Grant's mad about that.
I mean, you see Grant again, man. I mean, there's this in the comments.
Yeah. It just it comes with the job.
But this weekend didn't pan out. Like you can't sandbag. We talked about it. It's like
That was like
we have 2 pounds.
There's only so much you can sandbag.
When we got 5. I mean, you're just not cool if you sandbag with
if you
5 pounds.
you can't sandbag like yeah, we had 2 fish. We were like we got 2 for 2 pounds.
Yeah, like me and Walker will purposely go down like 1 or 2 pounds just so like if like we don't want to over exaggerate.
We don't ever want to go up on the stage and over tell people.
Saying
Tell people we got like 14.
Yeah.
Frank, it's highest bidder right now is 300. But yeah, it's like you don't want to be the guy that says 20 and you bring up like 15.
Yeah.
But like I would much rather sandbag than over exaggerate.
Yeah, you gotta have a little. I just call it cushion. You gotta have a little cushion.
You gotta
in case Jake's scales are off. Like they're all the time.
Always bad.
And I've seen them as much as 5 pounds off. That's the reason we try to do the.
No way. I've never seen them that bad.
It's usually pretty close to that. They're bad. But I mean,
what
is it?
I think they were heavy at Naked Jack.
Yeah, they were like 4 or 5.
Yeah, we didn't have 14 pounds.
All right, we better get off this subject before Jake kills all of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this. Sarge.
Yeah,
I think it was Sarge.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
It was him. Okay, we've got a question for Sarge.
Oh boy.
Okay, if you're not captaining a team, but you're like around the tournaments, what is the go-to? What is like, and if you're not on the water taking pictures, what is like the go-to activity for passing time?
I hang out with the Monterey boys, all of them,
Monterey boys.
all the Monterey boys.
Monterey.
Actually, this weekend I picked one up, Sam, and we went out and watched his. But they finished 5th. I don't think he'd ever been on the water to watch his boys fish. He hopped in the boat. We went out. Of course, we all talked about where they fished. We didn't have a long run, and he got to sit there and watch them hammer down on them for a little bit. But I will tell him, and I don't know if he's watching, but he might watch later. He needs to learn to be a better cameraman. It was bad.
Hey, dude, the one time that Jimmy, Captain, you and Morgan P, like I rode around with Sarge and like, man, I was like, dude, this ain't no cakewalk. Like we were like the rescue boat. We ran up and down the lake all day. You remember that?
Same thing at Kentucky Lake.
Yeah,
Kentucky Lake, we did the same thing.
Yeah, I had to take somebody a
net.
It was a
Yeah, I had
battery.
to take somebody a net, battery.
Yeah.
Somebody's engine cow was off most of that day too.
Yeah, had to take our buddy Lee and Logan some oil.
Yeah.
But
who was it we rescued with a battery?
It was Laney. It was Laney.
Was it Laney?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
That was at Old Hickory.
Yeah, that was the Old Hickory.
I didn't know that was her at the time,
We've been asked for an update on the bids. I'll have to. These might not be exactly. Jeremy Wellman, if you're still watching, he asked how we're receiving donations. I'll post it again, but my Venmo will be in the comments. And if you're not wanting to bid anything, you can just go to the Venmo that I just posted again. Right now, Richie Russell said Nashville Marine sold his old leash for $225, and he'd like to donate that to Camden too. 325 is leading bigs only right now. 300 for me and Trevor. 350 is leading bigs only.
Who did 350?
Nick.
No way.
Joe, it was Nick.
Nick.
I never even saw that one.
Says Service One donated 300.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. I saw Nick wanted to pay Bitcoin though. So I mean,
Presley, I got a match on there.
Hey, it's never too late, Gordo.
I matched the highest one.
Gordo, what's up? Trevor, remember we saw Mr. Gordo when we were leaving Southern Woods and Waters at the red light in Nashville.
Yep.
We were sitting at a red light leaving. We had right before Priest, we had our trim was acting kind of funky. So we took it down to Anderson Marine. Huge shout out to those guys, Dylan Anderson, for squeezing us in after hours. Those are the best people there. But we had to take it there to get the trim fixed. So and then we left Anderson, went straight to Southern Woods and Waters downtown Nashville with the boat blocked in. So we had to put it in the news channel pub parking lot, blocked in a couple of the news trucks. And then we left and we saw Gordo. He pulled up beside us at the red light and he was blowing on his horn at us. And I was like, who's that? And I look over and Gordo and his wife were coming back from their date. And from, I think, an anniversary maybe. So, Gordo, welcome to the show. Never too late. Oh, man. Logan is on. I didn't even see him in there. What's going on, man? You're muted.
There we go. Been waiting in the waiting room, you know.
My bad. I didn't see you. I had to scroll. My bad.
Man, the Elite Series pros in the house.
Yep.
What's up, guys?
Man, how's it feel to be an Elite Series pro?
I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty awesome.
I'd say so. I'd say so.
It's pretty unreal.
Joe's in awe right now. Look at him. He's like drooling.
Yep.
Hey, Logan's like, man, you're like on a roll. Like, didn't y'all did pretty? Was it y'all pitched the Toyota team?
The Toyota owners. Yep.
Yeah,
We
we did okay. I mean, we got 19th, but we only had 3 fish, so would have liked to have a couple more 15 inchers to go with them.
Yeah, it was kind of tough down there, huh?
Yeah, it was. But first time I ever fished that Toyota owners deal, that's a cool tournament, man. They do it right.
Yeah. Yeah, we
How
were
many-
just talking earlier, man. Like, encouraging like some junior teams to bid on going fishing with some of these high school teams, man. Like, kind of the same principle as your college, high school chaos tournament coming up, man. Just anytime you can fish up with some guys, maybe got a little more knowledge, maybe some different techniques. It's I mean, what would you say about having taken an opportunity like this to get, say you were a junior team, in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, whatever, to get to fish with a high school team? I mean, throughout your career, have you always just fished in the boat with by yourself and everything you learned by yourself? Have you taken opportunity to be exposed to other people around you?
No, man, I would say fish with as many guys as you possibly can because the shorter that you can make that learning curve, the better off you are and the quicker you'll succeed. And you can do it the hard way and go fishing every day by yourself if you want to, but why would you do that when you have the opportunity to go fishing with guys that know a lot more than you do that you can learn from? I mean, it's a great opportunity to go with some older guys. I learned a lot from, older guys on our high school fishing team when I was in 8th grade, so definitely would take advantage of that if you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. So kind of tell us. I'm just curious, like, kind of what's the next steps with becoming an Elite Series pro? So, like, you just sign up and show up at the first tournament, or kind of how's that work?
Well, they email you and tell you that you're part of the Elite Series and that you can pay your big fat deposit. So the first step is to find some sponsors. And just kind of working with the companies that I already work with and seeing what the plans are for next year and just mainly working on sponsors right now. And to be honest, I haven't even had a chance to do that because I've been so focused on this tournament we got coming up in a couple weeks. Y'all looking forward to that?
Oh
hey,
yeah,
man, we got a bunch of people on, so tell us about that. Give us an update. Like, how are you sitting as far as registration? You still have any more opens?
Yeah, so right now we've got around 70-ish teams for the high school college chaos tournament presented by Abby Garcia. For those of you that don't know what it is, I'm not going to go too much into the weeds on the format besides the fact that it's a unique tournament that pairs a college angler as the boater with a high school kid as his fishing partner. So you can learn from some of the best fishing teams in the country. Yeah, there's a picture of the format if you want to take a picture of that. But we're paying out $15,000 to first place, so it's a pretty good chance to win that with only 70 boat tournament. I don't know if you'll
Now
find
wait a
one.
minute. Is that guaranteed?
That's guaranteed. 15K to first place guaranteed. So
pretty good odds right there, man.
Yeah, I think you'll be pretty hard pressed to find better chance than that in any high school or college tournament. But also, like for high school guys, it's really a once in a lifetime opportunity to fish with one of the best college guys in the country. We got over 15 of the top schools participating. And then it also kind of depends on the college guys. So because the college guys are the boaters, we got to have an even number. Right now, we are sitting at, I think, 2 or 3 more high school anglers than college anglers. So if there's any college guys watching this and you want an opportunity to win a lot of money, we need you to sign up. That'd be huge.
Hey, so I didn't really want to bring this up, but I was going to private message you. But like technically, I never graduated high school, right? So I mean,
throwing that out there.
Is it too late for me to sign up?
Hey, if you're a full-time student in college, I'm not going to question. There's no age limit.
You're looking at like a 20th year college senior right here.
Yeah,
12 hours at the community college, you'll be good.
No, that's awesome, dude, man. Logan, you've been man, to be a young guy young man. You've just been you've been a kind of a pioneer in paving the way, trying to be a leader, making a difference, and man, there's no doubt you've been a positive. You've been a good role model to these guys on the show tonight. I mean, that's why they're reaching out, trying to put this together to help a friend and a fellow competitor. That had a very unfortunate thing happen this weekend, and man, it's just I know you've got to see that it's pretty cool to see that to get stuff like this going, and I'm sure that's probably your heart, right? To kind of do things like this and just keep passing it on down the line for years and years to come, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, there's obviously a lot of opportunities out there now with high school and college fishing, but there's not, I feel like, a lot of opportunities as far as like advancing and really teaching these anglers like important things. Like, there's a lot of tournaments, don't get me wrong, but is there a lot of stuff that's like teaching you the right ways to go about getting in the industry and talking to sponsors and saving money and keeping track of all your receipts and like writing off your expenses to save money on taxes and stuff like that? That there's not, I feel like, much of that. It's all like, come fish our tournament, come fish our tournament. And I'm trying to create something that really fine tunes, like what you need to know if you want to give fishing a shot, and hopefully creates, a big payout that gives you an opportunity to pursue fishing, or creates a unique opportunity for you to get a scholarship to go fish somewhere in college that you wouldn't have had if you were a high school angler and didn't fish the tournament. So just ways for these guys to advance their educations and learn more about what they need to do, set themselves up to give it a shot. It's not easy, and so trying to make it easier for these guys is pretty much the goal.
Yeah, for sure. And Logan, what are some of the college coaches that are going to be down there at the high school chaos tournament?
So we've got Drury. Their coach is going to be there. They're offering, I believe, a $60,000 scholarship to the highest finishing high school angler. Bethel is not going to be there, but they've offered several $8,000 a year scholarships to the top two high school finishers. We've got the president of the Auburn University team. I think we've got around 6 or 8 Montevallo guys signed up. The assistant coach of the Carson Newman team is going to be there. Tennessee is sending their president as well as I think 5 other members. Georgia College has got 5 or 6 boats signed up. Trying to think about who else. We got over 15 teams coming. Alabama's president is coming. There's a good bit of teams that are coming that aren't necessarily coach teams, but they're run by students, kind of like Auburn is. So excited to see that. And I can go get the list real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go grab it. An update on some of the bids: $375 for a bigs only trip on Cherokee Lake. Jody Lassiter has the highest bid right now on Logan, who just joined us with $225. I believe.
All right. So we've got Auburn, Montevallo, Carson Newman, Tennessee, Murray State. Emmanuel is coming. I forgot about them. Their coach is coming. Pam Wells. She's been awesome. They were one of the first teams to sign up. Alabama, Drury, Snead State, Troy, Calhoun, Southern Union, Georgia College, Central Alabama Community College. And so that's all we got so far. But I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm excited for it. I'm really excited. And so the tournament's on Lake Martin.
Lake Martin.
Okay,
It's November 12th.
November 12th. But also, Logan, if you didn't catch it already, Logan is offering up a trip on Lake Martin with him to the highest bidder. So tell us a little bit about Lake Martin. What is to be expected?
No, Lake Martin doesn't have a bunch of big fish. It's not where you want to go to catch your PB, but it's an excellent lake for learning your electronics, especially live scope. That's kind of where I first got it dialed in. A lot of roaming spotted bass out there under bait. Got some big crappie out there too. Especially, I think that time of year for the tournament, November 12th, it's going to be cool. There'll be a lot of bait up high in the water column, and I think you'll be able to catch a lot of fish. And the tournaments actually catch, weigh, release. Every fish counts over a pound, so I think you'll see some guys catching 100+ fish in a day in that tournament. I think it'll be a lot of fun, but it's a cool place. It's like Smith, but no herring, so the fish are smaller. Um, but it's an excellent place to go out there and learn your electronics. And if you're interested in booking a trip with me, like I said, like Presley said, I donated a trip, and I can go out there and teach whoever buys it how to get dialed with live scope and scope some up probably this December when things slow down for me. Um,
So the highest bidder might just be getting a live scope master class.
yeah, that's the plan. Unless they'd rather do something else. I mean, I'm open to suggestions if they don't want to go to Lake Martin, we can go somewhere else. But that was kind of just my first thought that came to my head.
So Logan, so like currently right now, like I'm winning the bid on you, man. So like, I'm gonna be hard to beat. I mean, Jody Laster's after you, but like these boys, they won't ever take me fishing, right? So like, I've never been in the boat with an Elite Series pro, so that's a big deal to me. So, live scoping, man, like is that? So like I know watching, following you guys back in college, and I know you and Tucker both do a lot of live scoping, right? So like that's something you kind of do year round, or is that more of a winter type thing? When's that really shine for you?
It seems to be more of like anytime you think you're not going to use it, you end up using it.
Yeah.
It's crazy the applications there are for it. But I'll tell you one thing that's a big misconception. Everyone, it seems to be a hot topic of like negativity lately. But I mean, we fished that tournament on Pickwick. I bet we drew at 250, 300 fish, and we caught 3. So
Yeah.
that shows you how easy it is to catch them with it. I mean,
Yeah.
did we have some big ones almost bite? Yeah. I mean, we had some short strikes, but it's not like a plug and play, go out there and catch 20 pounds, but I use it a lot. I mean, it's it can be utilized 24/7, I would say.
Yeah. So like, I just sit in the boat all day and watch the boys all the time, and the cool thing about it is like I feel like some people, it's a little bit of a misconception. They think that it's just for seeing fish, right? And just but like, man, just looking at structure and grass lines and isolated cover, whether it's a stump or a little brush pile. A lot of times I've watched the boys, like I'll go up there and I'll be like, what in the world are y'all doing? Like I don't even see a fish. But sometimes you can't see a fish in a brush pile, and all of a sudden you'll see one come out of the brush pile. Man, it's so awesome. But just having it, to be able to throw at structure is pretty. It's a pretty awesome tool.
Yeah, your casts are just so much more accurate. I mean, even if you're not casting at fish, it's like I remember back in the day, we had our 4-Trex with no spot lock, and we were like, all right, the flagpole on the point's over there, and I'm lined up with that telephone tower, and the water tower is right there, so the brush pile should be over this way. It was like, yeah, it's come a long way. Like casting 20, 25 casts before you even hit the dang thing. Now it's like I watched my bait go right into it. I didn't get bit, so I'm going to the next one. It's you just be so much more efficient with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Logan. What would you tell people like about opportunity? I mean, obviously, I've done watch videos and talk to people that know you, and a lot of people have talked about you being a businessman, right? Like you brought up a great point. Like when Presley started in this fishing thing, I've just always wondered about like how you get to college, how you get sponsors, and there's just hardly anything out there. So did you have anybody kind of mentor you on the business side? Was that your dad or a friend, or like how did you pick up on that end of it? Because man, that's the more I've got into this with the boys and seeing, man, like that's that's a huge thing, is kind of understanding a little bit more of the business side of it. So like, how'd you get into that part? I mean, we watch you fish. How'd you get into that?
I feel like I kind of had a unique opportunity to where I didn't have like that, go-to person to call up like, hey, what do I do about this? Or who should I, how much should I ask for with this or whatever? It was more of like trial and error. But the cool thing was that I went to Auburn where there was no coach and the college was student run. The fishing team was student run. And I worked my way up within the team to president of the fishing team. And the president actually goes out and talks to sponsors and sells the team, just like an angler would sell themselves and their brand. And so I was able to make connections within the industry and go to ICAST every year. I mean, I went to ICAST freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year of college, and worked those booths of our sponsors and made good connections with them, like the Auburn fishing team sponsors. And then when I got to become a president of the fishing team, I was actually negotiating with those sponsors and figuring, what they liked, what they didn't want. It was kind of like a trial and error thing where I was able to try it out doing the same thing I do now, but not for myself, if that makes sense. I sold the fish as a business. And then after I graduated, I went and sold Logan Parks Fishing. And that was the unique opportunity that Auburn and Alabama and Tennessee and some of those schools that are student run, I feel like, have to offer, that you don't have the opportunity as much where there's a coach involved that's kind of just negotiating the deals for you. But I mean, if you have a mentor, that's great. That'd probably be the best and easiest way to figure out, kind of how the business side works. But going to ICAST and just getting involved and trying to do as much as you possibly can, listening to podcasts. There's a lot of good information out there these days. And come fish the Logan Parks Fishing Foundation High School College Chaos, so you can learn even more about it.
Heck yeah! I'm gonna be the all night taxi driver that night, man. I'm gonna get the boys down there, but I'm excited to get down there and hear some more myself. So
I'll give a quick
Preston,
update
I'm
on
sorry.
the.
Yeah, go ahead, Preston. Sorry.
I'll give a quick update on the bids. 675 is leading Walker and Joe right now. $400 for Logan Parks. 250 for Hunter Sales. $300 for Trevor and I. 250 for the Cedar Hill Metalworks Custom Steps. Man, that's some good stuff. Thank you guys. That's pretty incredible. Man, Walker and Joe, y'all are killing it. Y'all are bringing in the cash. Y'all are popular crowd right there.
Hey, Logan, I was just gonna say, man, like that's I think we're going to ICAST for sure this year. Like we've been on vacation, I think, every year at the beach. But this year, like we already told Mom, we're scheduling around ICAST because, man, I've heard like that's a great opportunity, right, to make some good connections.
Yeah, ICAST is awesome. It's a really cool event. The whole entire fishing industry comes together, and it's like a big party, but it's fun, and it's a great opportunity. I mean, go and meet those guys. I mean, it's pretty much fishing industry only. It's like the classic minus all the fans. So I think there's opportunities for high school and college guys to get in, even without having a booth that you have to work. And I recommend taking advantage of that and going to meeting with, even if it's a company that doesn't sponsor your high school team that you're a fan of, just walk up and introduce yourself to somebody at that booth and tell them who you are and that you really like their products. And, it's networking, man. It comes down to just networking and meeting as many people as you can and building your network and getting to know those guys. And then when you need something, you have somebody to call,
Yeah. And
another update on donations. We have $407 just in donations, not just bids. But Tony, you're right. Octafo did just step up, and he really raised the bar. $1,000 to go with Walker and Joe.
Holy cow, man!
So if you're willing to, if you're willing to out,
in the
if
house, that's
you're
awesome.
willing to outbid Ott Defoe, have at it, because that is that's a hefty paycheck right there.
Yeah, he wants to catch some bigs only. That's what he wants to
That's
do.
right.
That's so cool,
Yeah,
man.
y'all. Oh, Nick
This,
Moore says he's gonna outbid him.
hey, this right here is why I encourage everybody to get involved with fishing, man. I mean, it's it's a lot more. It's a lot more than just fishing out. If you're still on here, man, like man, I listen to you and watch your videos and man, I know you're a believer, and I know a lot of people are on here, but man, it's just so cool when God gives you a gift to get out here and use it and do a little bit more than just fishing. So it's just crazy cool to be a part of. So awesome stuff.
Absolutely. I didn't even mention this. Owen Stam has jumped in here. If you don't know who Owen is, he fished in high school, and this dude can catch him. If you don't know, if you don't know how the big fish population is on Douglas, I'm sure Walker and Joe can tell you it's not very good. But I'm pretty sure every single time Owen goes out on Douglas, he posts a 5 or 6 pounder. So that dude catches giants. Um, so Owen's offering a trip on Douglas Lake. I'm not sure. I know Jackie. I think Jackie has $200 on Owen, and then another update. $250 for Captain Jake Davis guide trip on Tennis Ford Lake. Thank you guys so much. Logan, um, Beth Kent asked, how could you get the link for the Logan Parks tournament?
So you can go to my social media, and the link's in my bio, or even easier, just go to Fishing Chaos website, and the tournament should be right there on the homepage. Or if you're on your app, go to the Fishing Chaos app, download it on the App Store or on iPhone or Android, and go to the tournaments page, and it's the High School College Chaos presented by Abu Garcia. It's really easy to find. If you can't find it, send me a message on Instagram, Logan Parks Fishing. I'll send you the link. But it should be pretty easy to find.
Sweet, good deal.
So Logan, you talking? Go ahead.
Who's the kid that what's his name? The one that lost his graphs?
Camden Cranfield.
He's gonna have enough money to buy some locks for the next ones.
Yeah.
Hey,
Somebody actually donated a set of the e-locks from Durasafe.
Awesome.
Roane County High School fishing team. Thank you so much. $500 donation. That bumps it up to almost 1,000 just in donation. That's actually I think it's over 1,000. A little over 1,000 just in donations. That's incredible. Wow,
that's awesome, man. Hey Logan, just take an opportunity while people are bidding and stuff here. Like, it's awesome to have you on here. Like, so you've done great, obviously, for years with your social media, and you talking about going to ICAST and network and stuff like that. It's like you've been really, really involved with sponsors, not just as a personal level, but representing Auburn University, right? One of the biggest programs out there, and been very, very successful. And says a lot. Just obviously, you guys know what's up, because I mean, y'all don't even have a coach. It's been student led. So for all the young guys out here, thinking about not that sponsors or like you said before, is anything that juniors or high school guys should really be too concerned about right now. But looking into the future, like from a sponsor perspective, like what are they looking for? I mean, I feel like sometimes people think, well, you got to be posting pictures of fish all the time to get people's attention. Is that necessarily so?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's mostly just creating like meaningful content, and that I feel like that differs per person. I mean, you've got a lot of influencers out there that do really well that don't fish tournaments, and you've got tournament guys that do really well in tournaments that don't post a whole lot. I mean, and they both sell lots of product. So it's kind of got to figure out where you fit in. I would say that quality over quantity is probably better. But I think it's important to, and ICAST is a good opportunity for if you guys are going down there to meet with the guys that you work with and ask them, what would you like to see? How can we help you? What's something that you would like for us to do, on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. But I would say there's no real like set in stone path on that. There's a lot of different answers to that question.
Yeah.
Alcoa fishing team just upped Jake Davis to 275. Man,
Heck
keep
yeah, man.
keep bringing the bids in. This is awesome. Seriously,
Heck
thank you
yeah.
guys so much. This has been pretty crazy. Somebody needs to give Trevor a run for his money. Somebody needs to make sure Trevor actually knows how to catch some fish.
Hey, I don't know what's going on. I backed up several. There was some lady named, I think it was a lady named, apologize, not Shay maybe, but she bid 400 on Joe. Didn't even bring up Walker. What's up? What's up with that? They
Man,
just did Joe.
just going for Joe. 450 for Logan Parks. Just up
shoot.
that one.
Golly, man, that's my competition's going after you. Dang.
What's up, Zach?
I
Thanks for joining.
I may have to text the wife and get a little special permission to tap into the savings account here.
You're gonna have to.
I can't let Presley's girlfriend's dad outdo me. That's not how this works. So what? Hey, Logan, I got a question about the elites, man. So I know you're just kind of getting into it. So I'm sorry if I'm blistering you with questions, but I'm just
you're good,
so
man.
intrigued about it, right? So, what the next year's is already posted, right? The schedule, correct? So what's the practice like? Is every event the same? You get so many practice days. Is there off limits period but before the official practice? Kind of how's that work on the leagues?
So they said they were still working on the rules for next year, but they sent us like the practice rules from last year, and they said they'd pretty much be about the same. And we get 28 days off limits before practice starts. So basically like a month, give or take, and then we have 3 days of practice, and then the tournament starts. So you can go and pre-practice anywhere in that period before the 28 days before the tournament.
Yeah.
So do you think pre-practice is something that you'll do, or do you think it's beneficial since it's so long before the actual tournament, or is that what do you think about pre-practice?
I pre-practiced 2 times this year. Pre-practice for Kerr or Bugs Island because I've never been there and there's not much intel besides that Randy Blockett sunk his boat one time there trying to get under a bridge. So I just wanted to see what that place was like. And then I went to Watts Bar and I ended up doing well off of places I found in pre-practice.
Really?
Surprisingly. So like I only pre-practiced twice out of the 9 and I got, I felt like I did well off of both of those. So I'll probably take more advantage of it this year. It's just one of those things that's like, it's just adds more expense to the whole season, it's, can you afford it? And does it pay off? And I'll probably go to Fort because I've never been there before. And just to see navigation wise, how easy it is to get around with all that timber and stuff.
Yeah.
That'll
be an interesting one.
That's another one. Like I mean, if it's a really big lake, I think it's good just to go and see the lake. Just drive around, see what you think might be good a month later. I don't think that hurts at all.
Yeah, just whether it's graphing or looking for structure and stuff like that, huh?
And then the guys that are doing really, really good, it seems like they're putting in even more time. Like JT Tompkins that won AOY, that kid fishes more than anybody I ever met. I mean, he goes.
Yeah,
I
saw that video, Wired to Fish. I think it was maybe it was Bass University about how many hours how many days a year he fishes, and it was like it was either hours he put on his motor in a year or how many days he fished. It was like crazy. And
He said 325 days a year.
yeah, that's what
nuts.
it was. That's like, is that, man? So he fishes. Wow, that's a lot. Matthew Clement said 700 hours a year on his motor. So I guess he watched the same video.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He probably has 2 different boats a year with that schedule. But I mean, he puts the time in, man. I mean, Jacob Wheeler is the same way.
Yeah.
From what I hear, I don't personally know, but I've heard that he goes and pre-practices a lot of the places, and I know that JT not only does he go and pre-practice, but after the tournament he stays for 2 or 3 weeks and learns how he could have done even better. So I mean, the kid's
Wow,
gonna
that's awesome.
force to reckon with next year for Rookie of the Year for sure.
No doubt. Matt Newton, he said 150 for Presley and Trevor. The highest bid right now is 300, so you might have to get a little bit better.
So I got a question for Logan. So Logan, if I win the Logan Parks fishing trip here with you, you obviously have to schedule it just whenever it would work. Later in the season or off season. Does that include a selfie with you, post on your Instagram, stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We can even run a
He said that's all I need to know.
I'm all in. I just updated my bid.
Man.
I'm all in. Sorry, Kurt.
We actually, mid podcast, I think it was your mom, Joe. Joe's mom. I think it was Joe's mom. I'm sorry, I don't know if it was.
Probably.
Sent in a picture from when Joe was just a little dude, definitely a lot smaller. I'm not sure if he was saltwater fishing or what, but the fishing pole looks like he's using looks a little saltwater. So if you, whoever,
yeah,
I think he had her glasses on too. It looks like.
I think yeah, that's definitely Joe's mom's glasses.
Check that bowl cut though.
That bowl cut is it. That is it.
That's the move.
I guess. So if you're wanting to bid on Walker and Joe has a lot of experience. I mean, he goes way back to when even he had the bowl cut. So that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's been fishing for a long time. Matt Newton said 350 for me and Trevor. Who's Sam Bolton?
It's my brother.
Oh, he called you a loser.
I didn't see that.
Alcoa Fishing Team said that's your flipping stick. So do you still flip with the saltwater rod?
Yeah. Still catches.
That's his Hinkle rod actually.
Yeah.
Okay. The bluff. Is that the one he threw it up on the bluff?
Oh yeah. Hayden had to go get it.
Beth can't ask what the current bids were. We've got 350 for me and Trevor, 500 for Logan Parks, $280 for Jake Davis.
What's Walker and Joe? Bigs only. They're up there.
Still at Odd Defoe's still in the lead with 1,000, but Nick Moore said he would. I think he said he would up that.
Nah, I don't want anybody to top that one. That'd be a good one to go with.
Yeah.
I don't know who'd be doing the guiding.
I was gonna say who's going fishing with who.
Yeah. 250 for Hunter Sales right now, and I'm trying to find the steps right now.
I think it's 250.
Yeah, that's what 250. That's what it is.
What are we at total? What's
Total.
It's gotta be.
Let me look.
Point.
It's over 1,000 in donations. It's like 1,200 in just donations, and then so we've got 2,200 and then 2,600.
He's gonna be able to buy 2 Lorentz's and the new live scope.
Yeah,
that.
A little. Yeah. I think it's a little over $2,000 right now in bids and donations. So that's that's pretty crazy.
Hey, Walker's dad just asked if we could have another auction later on to raise some money for all the glide baits he's lost this year.
We'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
I've had a rough year.
You throwing them in the trees, Walker? Or what's up with that?
Joe's been losing more than I have here lately.
Yeah, I broke off a darter and I hit the back.
You broke off 2 darters.
Well, yeah, we got the one darter back though. Actually, we got both darters back.
We got both of them back, but
yeah, we had
So will the highest bidder get a Hunter sales is at 300 right now too. Will the highest bidder get some glide bait lessons?
I'm not the one to give them, but I mean, I'll try.
We'll try.
Yeah,
We'll try. I need to. I've never
I'm
done
sure
that.
Rod doesn't need any lessons if he wins. He's got all of them.
Knox said. Tyler White said. Knox said Joe can't catch him on a glide.
He's
Also,
right. Knox is probably better than me with it.
He said also it's not a Hinkle, it's a KH. I think he meant KGB.
KGB, I think.
KGB.
Yeah. I told Knox we were at the pond down there at Date one time, and I was throwing a Arashi. I think he came up to me. I thought he's just some clueless kid. And I said, "Yeah, this is a Hinkle shad, $800." He said, "That's an Arashi." I was like, "Oh, he's pretty smart. I didn't know you know that."
You got schooled
He
by
knows
Knox
about
by
everything
glide
he
bait.
can know. Glide bait.
Knox is
He's
a big glide guy.
it's mini Zaldane.
P, I think you're up over 4,200 right now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm bad at math.
P can't add.
I was wondering when he said 2,000 when we got $1,000 and another 1,000 on one trip. I was like, what?
I mean, this is Logan. This is the same kid that tells everybody he's got 10 pounds when they got 17. So I mean,
Yeah.
It adds up. It adds up.
It's
It adds
not
up.
this is not a fishing tournament, Presley. This is real dollars.
Sorry. Well, I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want to say we had more than what we had. But also,
Yeah, you know, man, Logan, like it's just awesome, man. That like no matter what level, like whether it's high school, like I watched a video. I can't remember who it was. I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I saw it here a while back. I think it was on Scott Martin's podcast. They were talking about, you know, someone lost some grass or got them stolen. I can't remember. It went down and like, man, you know, another Elite Series guys like never hesitated, like, you know, hooked him up with a couple of graphs out of his truck or actually no, it was one of them. He had like 5 graphs on his boat. He's like, hey man, I can make do with, you know, 3, give you a couple. So I mean, you know, it's just awesome that competitors come together to help the competition. You know, I know in business, like I'm like saying in the excavating business. I mean, you know, I try to be like that in business. You know, I mean, healthy competition is not always a bad thing. So even fishing.
oh yeah. Carter said, what time will the bidding end? This Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you're coming back after the live is ended. I will go back and post the highest bids on each item, and I'll continue to update that until Wednesday. But if you want to get the trip or the steps, whatever it may be, make sure you're coming back and checking. I'll continue to post it throughout the week, but Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. 525 for Logan Parks. I'm not even going to try to add that because that didn't even go over well last time. David Lowry said, still challenging more to make donations. Even $10 is good.
Heck yeah, every little bit helps, man. Like, I'm just thinking, like, if we do this again, I can't. Craig Logan's too young, but like, you remember the fundraisers we used to watch on TV as a kid, and there was people answering phones, you know?
Oh yeah,
ringing. Like, I feel like we need some phones ringing in the background.
I think this is a lot better than standing in the middle of East Division and Mount Juliet Road with buckets in our hands too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Laney, I just explained when the bids would end. Scott Terrell asked. Scott Terrell asked for a quick recap. So Scott, what we're doing here? This past weekend, a high school angler, Camden Cranfield, had the graph stolen off of his boat, and we're just trying to raise some money so he can get those replaced. And we're doing we've raised a ton of money so far. And thank you for joining us, Tony. Or sorry, not Tony, Scott. Thank you for joining us, Scott. I'll pop the items up that we are bidding off again real quick. So we're doing a full day of fishing with Bassmaster Opens Pro and the Carson Newman fishing coach Hunter Sales on Cherokee Lake. We're doing a full day of fishing with myself and my partner Trevor Sanford on the lake of your choice. Full day of fishing with Douglas Lake with Walker LaRue and Joe Valton, also joined on the podcast with us tonight. A set of custom Cedar Hill Motorworks boat steps that are valued at $425, and a 2-person full-day fishing guide trip with Mid-South Bass Guide Jake Davis on Thames Ford Lake, and also a full-day fishing trip with Bassmaster Elite Series angler Logan Parks on Lake Martin, who's also joining us tonight. Right now, Scott, 525 is the highest bid for Logan. $1,000 for Joe and Walker, and let me look here. 350 for Trevor and I. $280 for the guide trip on Tim's Ford with Jake Davis. I believe it was $250 for the Cedar Hill Motorworks steps. And somebody had just up Hunter Sales.
Yeah, Tony, a telethon. That's what I couldn't think of it. I couldn't think of a telethon. They used to have those. Hey, Logan, I don't know if you heard or not. I think you were maybe still in traffic, but man, this guy Camden, man, tell you what kind of young man he is. I mean, I think he started a grass cutting business. I could be wrong, but I think Walker and Joe, y'all know, right? Is it grass?
I think his dad like owns it, but he runs the business.
Yeah,
I think, but I'm not sure. But he does it.
Yeah, this young man's been working, from a very young age. Saved up not only the money to buy his own boat, but his own electronics and stuff. And even after having a rough day on the water and having all his stuff that he had worked really hard for, man, he drove late and got back to Chickamauga, and Logan, he fished the Bill Dance. Is it the Bill Dance?
It was the Big Bass tournament.
Yeah, Giant Open.
Yeah. And ended up winning it, man, which was pretty awesome, to come back from that. So it's like,
that's amazing.
But to have, so many people would be like, man, I'm just gonna go home and think about the horrible thing happened to me. I mean, this dude got right back on the water, and I love that. It's like, man, it's like, take that dirt bag. You ain't gonna get me down. Way I see that is like, devil, you ain't gonna get me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep fighting a good fight and doing what I do. And so, man, that's why I'm happy to get on here and try to help support this guy and get him back going. But man, it's just an awesome story that he was able to win the Bill Dance big fish Sunday, day after this happened. So pretty cool
that's
stuff.
awesome, man. And when you tagged me in the post, that resonated with me because I know what it was like to be in high school. And I remember me and my fishing partner, like we saved up and pitched in some money together to get some Lowrance 9s for our boat, and that was like the coolest thing ever. What's the 9-inch screens, and so I can definitely resonate with that. And working hard for something and having it stolen from you it's sad that people do that, but it's cool that the fishing industry and it's just a big family and we're able to come together and help somebody out.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You just feel so violated when somebody steals something from you. It's just a horrible feeling. So anyway,
Hagen, his dad said, yes, he runs the mowing side of it for the lawn care business.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Trying to round up all the highest bids here. There's so many comments.
I just shared it, so hopefully we'll get some more.
Yeah, I noticed earlier it jumped up like 20 people, like super fast.
I think it's because Art shared it. Immediately. I saw like 90 viewers. I'm like, yep.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. So many good people, man, and that's like the more I'm around the fishing, it's like, man, it like like when you just watch YouTube videos and TV and stuff, like, man, it seems so big, but at the same time, like it's like so small, and it's just crazy how you get something like this going, and it could get to a Logan Parks or an Ott Defoe, and end up making a huge impact on someone's life, man. Super cool.
Scott, he is from Ray County. That's like the Chickamauga area in Tennessee. And if you just want to donate, you can. Justin Martin's on here. What's up, man? Thank you for watching. And you can donate. My Venmo. If you don't want to bid on anything, you can just donate. I just put it in the comments again. We've raised a crazy amount of money already, but Justin said he'll pay. Justin Martin said he'll pay for a $20 trip ride. I think you could do that.
Tell Justin we can go back on Lanier again for old time's sake.
Oh man, I'd pay for that one. I'd love to go out there.
Oh shoot! You see that?
Man,
Hey man, you need to get Justin on here and talk about some duck calling. I think
we
he
need
knows a
to.
thing or two about
We
that.
need to. We'll have to do that, Justin. If you're still watching, we got to get you on the podcast, man. We can't always talk about fishing. Justin, thank you. I just saw your other comment. Camden, you'll be getting a Crush City Lures prize pack as well. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
I think he was talking to you, Logan. He said buzzbait.
Yeah, most epic buzzbait bite probably ever witnessed in my life.
Owen, $200 for you right now. Sorry, I forgot about you, buddy. $200 for the trip with Owen Stam on Douglas or Cherokee.
Hey, Logan. I mean, Ott, if you're on here watching, could you throw us a bone about Cherokee coming up in a couple weeks? What
Amen to
these
that.
high school guys
I'll take it.
need to be looking at? I mean, help a
Yeah.
fellow
If he
boat
wins, I'll
captain
try to get him. I'm probably going to try to get him a schedule for that.
Carter just upped Owen Stamps to $225.
That's where everybody's bidding on Owen. They want them good holes for Cherokee that stayed open. Jackie and
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I know what Jackie's up to.
Jackie's always up to something. He's always catching.
he's sneaky.
I'd say he's watching a video about 6 cents glide baits or something.
Yeah, no doubt.
Something 6 cents.
Yeah.
Big sixth sense guy. That's a tongue
Oh
twister.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, Presley, tell everybody who Tony is down at Lake Chickamauga.
Yeah, Tony. Thank you for watching, Tony. So if you don't know who Tony is, Mr. Tony Kelch, he runs a ice business down at Lake Chickamauga. I believe it's about a mile and a half from Dayton Boat Dock. So if you're about to go to Dayton and put in the water, make sure you visit Tony's Ice House to keep your drinks and your boat snacks cool. Tony's a great guy too. That's JJ said, "Don't spill the Cherokee juice." Walker and Joe, do you have any Cherokee tips for us?
No, Cherokee. I'm not very good on Cherokee.
That's such a lie. I feel like that's such a lie.
I mean, I live close to it. I mean, I probably live from my real house. Probably live closer to it than Douglas. It's just.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Logan, have you ever been on Cherokee?
Priest reminds me a lot of the Cherokee and Fort Loudon mix, and those are like the two
really?
in Tennessee. Yeah.
It honestly should be a good tournament though.
Yeah, it should be. They should be like on fire by that time.
Yeah.
It was a tough one last year.
Yeah.
Logan, was there?
Yeah, the conditions were terrible.
Yeah, it was
last year.
Yeah, we had to open there last year in it was in April, March or April.
Did you do any good?
I came in. I think I came in like 45th. A couple ounces from a check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was when like Cooper Gallant destroyed that tournament. He did really good.
Yeah, he we had the first day canceled, so we fished full field on both days. No like top 10 day, and Coop pulled it off by a lot, I think. Yeah.
Was that the one that was it a hurricane was coming through?
Yeah, I think so. It was weird. We got out there like in practice, and it was so windy. There was so much dust, like you couldn't see. Like there was just dust flying around. There was like a dust storm. It was crazy.
That's wild. Jackie Hatfield just outbidded Carter Hazlitt with
What'd I say?
He's sneaky, dude. He's sneaky.
I think Ott spilled the juice too. Not good.
Odd Defoe with some Cherokee juice. The mid lake section with topwater is good. Smallmouth will be more main lake and largemouth back in the pockets. And throwing in the OG Tiny. That's a good bait.
That's what you want to hear, Trevor.
Yep.
What you want to hear.
Oh yeah, my favorite bait right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's like an OG connoisseur. My favorite. I wish Priest was like in like. I wish the tournament would have been like January, February.
Oh my gosh.
Me
I
and
can see that
Trevor.
place being really good cranking. Like, really
So the OG, the Slim Six, we smoked them this spring on the. I think it's chartreuse root beer.
Yeah.
It's like completely chartreuse and it's got like the root beer back on it, and we smoked them on that one. Yeah, just like the crawdad color.
That's a good color on Douglas too.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Before they came out with that color, they just had the root beer. And we colored it chartreuse and won a tournament off of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I think Joe got like a 5.5 or 6 on it.
I mean, Douglas Unicorn.
Dang.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Carter Hazlitt 260 on Owen Stam. Jackie, you're gonna have to come back with a little bit more than Carter does.
Y'all gonna have to start dropping some bills. Get that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Quit playing around with it.
Oh, Jackie just 300 for Owen Stam. Man, they're fighting over you.
Wow.
Jeez, they want the dots.
They want the dots. Logan, what's your favorite boat snack? Go-to boat snack. Random question.
Gotta be one of those Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. That's where it's at.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's hard.
You can't beat that. So hey, back to Elite Series, man. Like, have how? I mean, I know you've been fishing the Open. How many years is this? Is it 2 years you've been fishing the Opens?
Yeah, it's the second year.
So how will how are you expecting life on the road as an Elite Series angler to compare to life on the road as an Open Series angler? Do you see it being better or worse as far as time management? I mean, kind of like, what's your expectations, or do you have any?
I think it'll be a lot better, to be honest with you. I mean, it's the same amount of time because it's still 9 tournaments and it's 3 opens too. So even more time, but we're gonna be teaching less because there's only 3 days of practice, so less time gone at one time, and the schedule actually like makes sense. Like with the Opens, I felt like we're kind of like, let's go over here and then let's go over there and then let's go over here, instead of like just staying over there and then going over here.
Is that
with the Elite?
last couple of years I really just kind of started following it. So like, is that kind of common, or I thought used to they kind of like followed a trail, or is that, or maybe I'm just thinking of the Elites? I mean, I know the Elites kind of seem like make sense. Is the Opens always been like that, or they just kind of had a random couple of years, you think?
This year wasn't as bad for that, but last year was significantly worse for zigzagging across the country. They asked us kind of like for some feedback, and I know a lot of guys were saying like, maybe if we could make the schedule a little bit more, kind of like especially with people doing the EQs now, fishing all 9, and you got a lot of guys on the road. We definitely would like to see some more kind of I guess, like where you kind of make a circle or do whatever. The Elite schedule's awesome for that. I mean, we have 2 back-to-back in Texas, and then I think we have like 2 back-to-back in Alabama, 2 back-to-back in New York. Like, it kind of makes sense. It's not like we go up there, come back, go up there again. Like, it works out well. So I am looking forward to that.
So I say probably the most important question. So like, at what point will you be on what's Presley upstairs, the whatever Nintendo game, like when
PlayStation?
PlayStation. How long do you have to be on the Elites before you get
thrown on Bassmaster 2023?
Yeah.
Before I get a figure on the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. You should probably be on there for like at least 5 years before they make you into a game character.
Yeah. I mean, but it can't be too terrible long, because like, I know, isn't Carl Jacobson on there?
Yeah, you could be him. You could be Scott Martin was like the cover guy.
I hope they want to make a character out of me. That would be a good problem to have.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to be on the
like,
game.
Does reality sit in, man, that, like, you made it? I mean, it's just been, like, a couple weeks or whatever.
No, dude, it's still hard to believe. I mean, it's honestly still it's just a dream come true, dude. I mean, like literally 8 years ago, I was sitting where Presley's sitting right now. Like maybe less than that. What grade are you in, Presley?
I'm a junior.
So like 6 years ago. So maybe 7. I don't know. I'm getting old. That was what was crazy was Ben Milken posted that thing saying that he was the oldest one of the 9, and I'm like the third or fourth oldest out of the 9. Crazy.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Young dudes this year that made it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike McQueen said coming in late. What is up for bid? So we have a trip with Owen Stam to Douglas Lake. The highest bid right now for that is $300. A trip with Walker LaRue and Joe Valton on Douglas Lake is at $1,000 right now. A trip with Logan Parks to Lake Martin, and I think that could be arranged to be different, right, Logan?
Yeah, we can honestly go wherever. I don't really care.
Okay. The highest bid for Logan right now is $525. A trip on Cherokee with Hunter Sales is $300 right now for the highest bid. $350 for myself and Trevor on a lake of your choice. The highest bid for a guided trip with Jake Davis on Tim's Ford, and $250 for a set of custom steps for your boat by Cedar Hill Metalworks. Thank you, Scott, for your even if it's a small donation. We thank you so much. JJ said for $150, I'll give up Jackie Hatfield and Graham's Juice for their state championship second place.
That's awesome. I'm about to DM you there, JJ. I need to know that myself.
I'm about
Heck, y'all won.
Hey, you can never have too much juice. Never have too much.
So, Logan, are you kind of excited that I would think you would be excited that, like, how many people usually fish the Open and you're going to fishing against how many in the elites?
It's 225 is full field. And then I guess the elites is 102 with the 2 legends. So that's going to be nice. That's going to be really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, don't get me, I know there's a lot of good anglers, right, in both series, but I mean, just pure mathematics, right? I mean, just tells you those are better odds, and definitely a lot less boat traffic to have to contend with, on any tournament.
Yeah, I think that'll be really good. I mean, the odds of having to share stuff is less, but those guys are significantly better. So I'd say that it may even out in the long run. I'm just curious to see, how it is. I have no idea what to expect really. So should be interesting. I just hope that we can make the classic our first year. That's kind of the goal. Get inside that top 40 in the points. And rookie of the year would be a bonus. Obviously, I'd love to win that, but making the classic would be huge the first year. I'd really like to. That's been a dream of mine since I was a little kid, was to, make the Elite Series and walk across that classic stage. So that would be so cool.
Yeah.
What is the cut for the classic?
I think it's top 40.
Top 40.
I think this year there's some double qualifications that work down like 43rd or 44th or something like that. But
sweet. Kurt, Saginaw Bay is probably out of the question. I feel like that might be a little too far for me and Trevor. But we can go up a week before our Open up there. We can do that.
Hey, I'll be at St. Clair. I'll probably be at St. Clair for that Open, so that's just right down the road.
Let's do it.
Maybe we could line something up. Go. Hey, we can go get on the little buzzbait largemouth action for sure. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Heck yeah. Somebody pay for that, especially up there.
Last time I did that all day out there, I caught 127.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, caught 127 largemouth on a buzzbait in like 6 hours.
Man, isn't that crazy? Like, we do good to catch like 5 on a buzzbait in a day down here.
Yeah, I hope I even get a blow up and it just misses it. I just hope I get a bite on it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it drives me crazy, Logan. Like people around here will be like, I can't go to Michigan; it's too far. And it's like, dude, it's like 2 hours closer to go to Michigan than it is to go to like everybody goes to Florida. But like I don't know, I feel like people have it in their head that it's so far, but it's really not that bad a drive. I mean, it's a little further from you for you, I'm sure, but it's not a
Yeah,
bad
it's
drive at
actually
all.
really close. Like to be honest, like I mean, I can be at St. Clair in like 10 hours, I think, and like St. Lawrence is like 18. So it's like half the distance almost. I mean, and I always go to St. Lawrence, so it's like, why not just go to St. Clair or Michigan somewhere? It's a lot closer than people think.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Trevor,
All right.
JJ wants to know what's your favorite lake.
Ooh, Dale Hollow. Them smallmouth.
Other than Dale Hollow.
Other than Dale Hollow, Tim's Ford.
Tim's Ford?
Ford's a good one.
Okay, other than Tim's Ford, because Jake's doing a trip there.
Okay. I mean, Old Hickory, I guess.
No, it's not.
What? No, you
I mean,
can't say Old Hickory.
You just gotta know where they're at there.
No.
No, but seriously, Pickwick. Pickwick, that's a really good lake.
I can't.
That's Percy Priest.
Where it's at.
Not Percy Priest. Logan, have you ever been on Percy Priest?
No, I've heard horror stories.
Yeah.
Don't go.
Don't go.
You're missing out, Logan. It's
Logan, we had 95 high school teams, 0 this weekend.
95.
Wow.
Jimmy did bring up a good point. Trevor, speaking of Tim's Ford, you lost a small fish at Tim's Ford in our practice.
It was not small, but
it was not small. I've never seen a fish that big on Tim's.
Yeah, it was at least 7, 8. It was a big one.
It was a giant.
Before or after the swim?
That was practice. That was when Grayson was with us. Grayson, yeah. Yeah, Grayson,
Logan,
Grayson and Jimmy went with us.
I got a question about Sag Bay. So, like, every year we've been up there the last 2 or 3 years, is we fish behind the college, you guys. But like, it got pretty rough, and we didn't really have time to make it out. But like, if you do get to make it out to Sag Bay, out in the bay, and look for smallmouth, man. Like, when y'all are out there scanning, are you looking for more structure, or are you looking for like schools of fish and stuff?
Man, I feel like it's like structure. I mean, it's like rock and sand and stuff. I kind of look for isolated stuff. I feel like I got really lucky when we were there the first year, and I just found like a place that I think they were bedding, but it was deep. Like it was like deep enough that you couldn't sight fish them, but I'm pretty sure they were all on bed, and they were all in like a clustered area, and like it was just juiced up. And
then y'all caught them pretty quick, and I think that's on the reclamation series, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean we pulled up and like smashed them. I mean had 20 pounds very quickly, and then left them. Came back day 2 and caught them again, and then we went back there a year later, same time of year, and same thing. Like they were on the same exact waypoint. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, that's I don't know if they like bed in this. I think they just bed in the same areas and stuff every year, but we pulled back up and that day was nuts. Like day 1, we had 23 pounds and like 7 casts. That's crazy. And then the year 2, they were gone. I don't know what happened. We had to scramble up and finish second in that one. That one hurt. I thought we were gonna pull up and smash them. I mean, we pulled up, made like 7 casts, and left because it's like kind of hard to get more than that out there.
But y'all, I think is that the same one where y'all won that year? You come in second in that one, but you still won team of the year, maybe, or was that the
first year we won that one and won like team of the year?
That was the same. I couldn't remember if it was the same one or not.
Yeah, that was a cool way to cap it off for sure.
Yeah.
Tony Kelch asked. He's from Chickamauga. He asked, "How many times have you been to Chick?"
Who, me?
Logan. Yeah. Sorry.
I've been there probably 6 or 7 times, maybe more than that.
Are you a fan?
Maybe 10 times. So. I still haven't come out there like during ledge season. I'd really like to do that.
Yeah,
But,
I've never fished at that time of year either. It seems like we're always there in the spring.
yeah, we always fish it in like February when it's freezing and muddy and high or low, and it's like just I don't know. I struggle out there when it's like that. It's tough.
Yep. Yep. That is a tough one. It seems like every high school tournament we've had there in the spring, they suck the water down.
Yeah. Last time I was out there, it was like so low, there was nothing even to fish. It was super muddy.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? Like, what's the deal with that weird thing they got out there with those cranes? Like the velocity's like off limits. You ever seen that?
Oh yeah, that's Joe and Walker probably tell more about it. Isn't that something to do with duck duck?
Yeah, it's like a refugee for.
Yeah, the refugee.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not allowed to fish at a certain time of year.
Yeah, we fished out there in a tournament in college, like FLW, and they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, like you probably shouldn't go over here. Like,
yeah,
it's like illegal."
Because I think me and Joe fished it one time, like while it was didn't know, and then somebody pulled up to us and like told us.
Yeah, that's what happened to us too. That's what happened to guys like all day long. Like guys were like smashing them, and then some game warden would pull up and be like, "Hey, you guys got to get out of here," and they're like, "What?" Like there was no like, "Hey, this area is off limits." Like everyone was so confused.
Not marked on anything.
Tony said it's mating season for the cranes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I thought y'all were talking about like a crane, like a machine, not the bird.
No, it's like a whooping crane.
I was so confused. I was like, what?
We were fishing this bridge, and this game warden drove over the bridge and rolled down his window. He was like, "If you boys are still here when I get out and put this boat in the water, y'all are getting a ticket." And we were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, we like went way away from there, but.
So is that like Wayne said it's a sandhill crane? Kelly said sandhill crane too.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to do some research on that now. I
had no clue about cranes. I thought it was for ducks, to be honest.
I think it's like the whole Hiwassee River. Like you can't even fish like the mouth of it even, and then like the islands too in the middle of. I don't know. There's not clear instructions on where we could and couldn't be.
Yeah, that kills me, and I know as anglers, like we're responsible for like doing our homework and stuff like that. But at the same time, man, it's kind of confusing. Like we fished Percy Priest this weekend, and like we went into Camp Widgiewagon, is a little summer camp they have on Percy Priest, and there's a little cove, and we were gonna go in there and fish, and we rolled up, and I thought it was a no wake buoy at first, and I just happened to take a double take. I was like, oh shoot, that says no boats. But on the graph, it said
trolling motor.
On Lake Master, it said trolling motor and paddle boats only. So, like, short of like getting out some type of manual or getting online doing research, like what kind of trumps what? I would assume like a buoy or something like a hard sign, like would trump something on your graph. Do you know, Logan, or anybody?
I really don't. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on. I think it depends on like state law, to be honest. Because we fished the James River last year, and they were like, the rule was like if you can float it, you can boat it. So if there was water there, like it wasn't anybody's property, and you can go wherever you want. Whether there was lots of signs like. Private property trespassers will be prosecuted. You just fish right past them. I got yelled at a couple times there, but I just told them if I can float it, I can float it.
Yeah. And like,
awesome.
And like Logan, are we the only ones that like struggle up north in Michigan trying to figure out the no wake zone? Like, man, that's so confusing. Like Sag Bay, you got the triangles, and like, man, it's so hard to tell. Like, man, are we on stop or are we on go?
Yeah, I agree. It's super confusing. The whole I'm about to sneeze. The whole loading your boat thing too is really weird.
Yeah, we got some weird looks when we were up there power loading.
I think my computer is about to die. Hang on.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. Hey Joe, we need to hear about the crane experience. Kelly said it. Tucker wants to know too.
It was a rough deal. First thing in the morning, Saturday at Percy Priest, me and Walker were going down the bank.
Oh, so this was this weekend.
Yeah, there was 2 cranes lined up, and I was throwing a chatterbait. I was like bombing out from the boat real far. And one, just as soon as I cast, he takes off, and I swear, it like hit his foot or something. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so close. Like, that was bad. And then I'm like, oh, there's another one. Surely he'll move here in a second. I like tried to scare him, and he wouldn't. As soon as I cast, he dives out there, and JJ says, "Oh my gosh, you almost got him." About that time, he just falls and smokes the water.
Oh my
Hooked him in the leg. We had to net him and everything. I wasn't losing that chatterbait.
Dude,
Man.
we were on Old Hickory one time, and I was throwing a mag draft, and this herring, like, we're fishing out of the bank, and the trees are like super tall right by the bank, and this sucker swoops down and pulls my mag draft out of the water. I still have it, dude. It's got these big cuts down the side of it from where it picked it up with its
Those things are
mouth.
scary.
Yeah, dude, they're mean, and when it landed in the water, it was nasty.
Those guys who do that crane hunting, they like have to like get goggles and stuff for their dogs, so they like poke their eyes out and everything.
Oh gosh, John Nelson said that they taste like. He heard they taste like steak.
Nah.
Am I the only one that saw online on Instagram or whatever this week the pro guy that he hit a bird?
Yeah, I saw that.
A bird.
Yeah, who was it?
Brett
Brett
Hyatt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, like it tore him up. Like and I never really even thought about that, man. But that could have been tragic. Like
Joe got hit by one in the forehead.
Yeah, I was going like 75, and I don't know what it was, a huge bug or like a hummingbird or something. But I got smoked. It gave me like a migraine. I didn't bleed like him though. It wasn't that bad. But I was rolling and I smoked it.
Blinded him.
Yeah,
I smoked a. Was it a duck? I smoked.
Yeah, we were at
Woods.
Yeah, we were at Woods, and we were running up in the river, that little shallow. It's like a boat wide, the channel through there, and we thought we hit a stump, and we look over, and Preston, my old partner, he's just sitting there cackling, and we look behind us, and there's a cloud of feathers behind the boat, and so we smoked a duck over there at Woods.
We were following you, and I smoked at least one.
Oh, really?
Same day. I wasn't quite keeping up with you, of course, but I know I smoked one.
Yeah, dude, that place is full of them. That's another one where they cut off the like half the lake for the duck hunt.
Well, Presley likes getting late, man. And I know Walker and Joe's like, shoot, it's like 10.
Yeah, it's late where they're at.
that's
10:40.
What's the donations up to, P?
Yeah, give us a
Donations.
real quick.
Let me look
Just
at donations.
donations. I got a total, but I'm running on $1,000 donation right now. I think it's more than that.
Okay, this isn't including bids.
Right.
670 just in donations.
I thought we had 2 teams at 500.
Yeah, that's without those two. This is this is actually just in my
just
account.
donations.
Yeah, and then we've got
That's you add 600 to my number. That's 5,000, or you're pushed over 5.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Wow.
so cool, man.
That's pretty dang good.
That's incredible. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Logan, thanks for jumping on here too.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. And Camden, I hope you get some awesome new graphs, man. Sucks that happened to you. Better lock them up next time, buddy, because you can't trust nobody these days.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, Presley, one more time. I think we've got some new people on. One more time. Give everybody a rundown on the Logan Parks Foundation tournament.
The tournament?
Yeah.
So Logan.
Or Logan.
Yeah, let him do it. He's on here.
Sorry.
So we got this tournament coming up. It's November 12th. It's on Lake Martin, and it's going to be headquartered out of Auburn, Alabama. It's called the High School College Chaos, presented by Abu Garcia. It's going to be an awesome opportunity for high school and college anglers, where a high school angler actually gets paired with a college angler, and they fish together as a team. It's a unique format. It's every fish counts, total weight, kind of like the old/new/again MLF style. It's going to be a good opportunity for, high school guys to meet with some of the top college guys in the country. And it's a good opportunity for college guys to recruit high school guys to come fish for their program. And it's $15,000 first place, guaranteed. So come check it out. You can sign up on the Fishing Chaos app or the website. And if you don't know where to find that, just go to Logan Parks Fishing on Instagram, and you'll be able to find it from there. So looking forward to seeing y'all down there. And
Heck yeah, we'll be there.
Sign up.
Heck yeah.
Super excited, man. Presley, how long? I think I was trying to find her name. I forget. Somebody's beat me on the Logan Park. So like, when do I got to drop my last and final bid to try to get in the boat with an Elite Series guy?
Beth Kent just asked that question. Oh, okay. Logan, real quick, when is like the final date that you can sign up for your tournament?
November 5th. So that's the Sunday
Hey,
the
Miss
week
Caitlin.
before.
Hey.
Who's that, Logan?
This is who makes it all happen right here. My number one support.
Awesome.
Back to your question, Dad. You can place bids until this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So after live, I'll go back and I'll get all of the highest bids. I've been posting in the comments every now and then, but after this, throughout the week, even I will be posting the highest bids. So then you can reply to that, and if you want to place a higher bid, you can do that until this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. But we've been on here for a little over 2 hours, so I guess we better wrap it up. I know it's late, especially where Walker and Joe are. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It's been pretty incredible to just see all the donations and the bids being placed and everybody coming together to help out Camden. I just it's crazy that I can't even think about it. All the money that we've saved up for to get Camden's grass replaced. I can't even think. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys, Walker, Joe, Logan, Trevor, and Craig. And I guess thank you too, Dan, for joining us tonight.
Hey, good on you for putting this together, man. Shows a lot.
Thanks, man. And don't y'all go follow these guys. Joe Walton Fishing on Instagram, Walker LaRue on Instagram, Logan Parks Fishing on Instagram too. And you can follow Trevor if you want to. He's okay. Same for Fishing on Instagram too. Don't forget to follow me. If you don't already, follow the Bassland on Facebook. Make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss a podcast. YouTube too. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn that little bell on so you don't miss anything. We're gonna go ahead and jump off here. Thank you guys again so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week. There's a pretty popular dude in the comments that we're actually gonna have back on here next week. So you're definitely going to want to join us for that one. But don't forget, the bids will be posted throughout the week. So make sure you reply if you want to place a higher bid. We'll get all that taken care of. Bidding ends Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time.
Jack it up.
Good luck, Noel.
Yep. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
All right. See you.
See y'all.
See y'all.